it's Nerdcat, back with another Nerdtastic Halloween episode. For this episode, I thought it would be really fun to kind of recreate one of the characters from my favorite childhood show. That show happened to be Disney's Gargoyles. For anyone who doesn't know, Disney's Gargoyles was an animated series that I believe was published or aired in 1994, and the snippets of the show would be, it's a bunch of gargoyles who are stone in the morning and alive at night, and they fight crime on the New York City streets. There's a bunch of other stuff there, like plot-wise, but the premise is they fight crime in New York City, and they're gargoyles. I loved it. It was one of my favorite shows. The animation is so 90s now, but it's still like amazing, and the voice actors all match perfectly to the gargoyles that they're voicing for, and it's just it's so good. I rewatch it when I go on Disney Plus because it is on there, and it's just all the nostalgic feels with that entire show. So I thought it'd be really fun to kind of recreate one of my favorite characters from that show, which was Demona. Demona was the boss witch of the show. She was this badass gargoyle who just had the perfect voice actress, and everything about her was just amazing, and I just loved her so much. So I thought it'd be really, really fun to just kind of recreate her in a makeup look. So enough of me gushing over gargoyles. I'm going to hand it over to voiceover Jamie, and we'll get on with the look. See you there.
Hey y'all, so voiceover Jamie back again. This look is actually pretty simple once you get the coloring down, since it's pretty much just a full face of blue paint. But the problem is the blue that Demona actually is this very specific light, like kind of eggshell blue. So trying to get that color was really difficult in the beginning. So I did start off laying down some white and then adding dark blue to the white, and that's when I realized that wasn't gonna work. So I did go back in and I mixed my own specific color for this. So I took a white aqua paint palette and then put in a little bit of turquoise blue and a touch of dark blue and mixed that to create the color I ended up with. So first I started with a lighter tone just to base my entire face out, and then I go in with a darker tone as I progress. But here is my actual reference photo and my drawing for this. As you can see, I already knew I was going to make the ears and the crown, but her whole face is just a specific tone of blue with a little bit of shading, and then I decided to give her dark red lips and some dark red eyeshadow just to tie in the color of her hair itself. So here is the first coat done of the blue paint, and I'm just going to travel that down my neck. I will admit the only problem with this look is pretty much the same as any look where you're doing a full face of paint. It does crack around your neck and your corners of your mouth because you move those the most, so it's going to start flaking and cracking, but that's the problem with using any kind of paint. So this is the last coat of blue that I put down. I did realize when I first did this look, because I did have to do some trial and error, the first time I did it too dark, and I looked more like an X-Men character than Demona. It's a very fine line of blue between X-Men blue and Gargoyles blue, which I did not realize until I did the full face, and I'm like, I look like Nightcrawler. So this blue did come out a lot better, which made me very happy. But yeah, so it's more of a pastel-y kind of blue. And here I'm going in with a red eyeshadow. I did a dark red eyeshadow and winged that out, and then did a little bit of blurring with this first coat. blended it up a little bit. And then I went in with an orange in the inner corner of the eyes as well, because her hair is kind of an orangey red, so I wanted to kind of mimic that. Then I did a light bit of contouring. I'm trying to get better at it, so that's why it's in pretty much every single one of these looks. But I did just take a blue eyeshadow for that. And here I'm just adding a light wash of the blue toned makeup that I created. I added a little bit more white to it so it could be my highlight color. Then I'm just going in and finishing up my eyes. So I took a black liner and did a pretty decent wing. I did extend the wing out to the edge of the eyeshadow. I kind of wanted to make it just slightly bigger than the tight lining I've been doing, because if you look at her hair, it's got like the roots are black to a point, and then it's the orangey red color, so I kind of wanted to mimic that as well. So I just kind of drew out a significantly longer wing than I usually do, just following the line of the eyeshadow I created. Then I added a blue shadow underneath my eyes just to give my eyes a little bit more depth. Then, of course, lining my waterline. And mascara, because I can't live without mascara. Then I just took an eyebrow pencil and just sketched in my eyebrows. I really didn't worry too much about my eyebrows for the fact that most of it is covered by the crown piece. But she does have dark eyebrows, so I just kind of mimicked that. And here are my ears and crown. So I made all of them out of craft foam, 3 layers for the ears and only 1 layer for the crown. All of them are just attached with Prozade, so while that was drying, I continued doing other things. So here I'm just going in with a dark red lipstick, and just tracing out the shape of my regular lips. Luckily enough, Demona doesn't really have any specific shapes with her lips, they're just red. And since everything was kind of darkish anyway, I kind of kept with the dark theme. I then go in with some red and orange eyeshadows just to continue the color from the eyes. And I put in some fangs because Demona's a gargoyle and they have fangs. So here goes the applying all of my prosthetic pieces. So the crown, I did a little shading around the crown edges just to give it depth. And then I put in my ears. As Demona's ears kind of grow out of her face, I kind of did the same thing. Probably could have used latex or something to make it look more realistic, but since everything's kind of cartoony in this look, I didn't really mind that much.
Alright, that's pretty much it. Let's montage. And here's the final look. Overall, I am very pleased with how this turned out. I had so much fun recreating Demona's look. I think I got pretty close to her skin tone. She might still be a little lighter than the blue that I am at the moment, but you know, 90s animation kind of shifted colors a lot. But overall, I think I got the aesthetic of Demona, especially with my ears and little crown that I love so much. everything about this look just makes me smile and reminds me of my childhood, and it was just so much fun. Like, I just had a ball doing this look. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and if you want to see more Nerdtastic Halloween, please hit that subscribe. And in the comments, let me know your thoughts on this look, and if you've ever seen Disney's Gargoyles. Anyway, that's it for me. Until next time, as always, stay nerdy, my friends. Later!